Mark Wayne Mullen is a Republican senator. He's a particularly vile and disgusting individual. And he says that the release of Biden's cancer, like they released it into the wild, the release of Joe Biden's advanced prostate cancer is a calculated distraction, he says. Take a listen.
It's interesting, though, the timing of them releasing the cancer, right? I said this while we were talking kind of tongue in cheek a while ago, but it seems like since her tapes were released, they were like, hey, wait, maybe a good time to distract the American people and talk about his cancer, because we know that cancer has been there for a while. And then when you start talking.
Of course, we don't know that. As we've said before, we've spoken to urologists. We've already talked about it. Is prostate cancer typically slow moving? And by the time it gets to stage 4, metastatic, it's been a while. That is often the case, but it is not always the case. And particularly with the Gleason 9 score on Biden's tumor suggests very aggressive cancer. It is not standard of care to do a PSA blood test for men after age 70 or 75. Biden's in his 80s. If Mark Wayne Mullen has some evidence to present, I want to hear it. But absent that, this is pretty irresponsible speculation.
About the tapes themselves, I think as a special counsel, he went as far as he could, but then you had the left media that was completely covering it up. And
they attacked Robert Hur.
Of course they did, but you start looking at even Jake Tapper, and who has now wrote a book on this. He wrote a book pretty quick. So that means that they knew this was being covered up for quite some time.
That doesn't make any sense. The book was written quickly, meaning they knew his cancer was being covered up for a long time. Now, I will be the first to tell you, if it is the case that Joe Biden knew he had prostate cancer last year, and he was maybe already getting hormone treatment, and maybe that treatment was responsible for some of his behavior on the campaign trail as far as side effects go, we should know that. And at some point, maybe we will. At the same time, if they don't have evidence for that, how long can you insist without being required or asked to show some evidence of what you are saying? These people are being extraordinarily irresponsible. And of course, they are furious that there might be sympathy for Joe Biden and his diagnosis. So that's where we are. And it's all pretty vile. I'm not going to lie.